Hi, I'm Sage Rountree. Let's talk about yoga to do during your run. And I don't mean that you're popping into a tree pose or a downward facing dog while you're doing your workout or your race. Instead, I mean you're using yoga's tools for focus and presence to help you keep your act together, even as things get gradually or suddenly more intense in the course of your run. One of our tools from yoga is alignment. Think mountain pose alignment. Your shoulders over your hips over your feet. Now, if you're running, there will be a little break at your ankle, leaning you forward so that every step is a controlled fall, but it still maintains that same good mountain pose alignment. One thing that I know I do when I get tired is I start to turn my body into a human question mark. One of my athletes used to call this shrimping. I could feel my body shrimping. So when I remind myself mountain pose alignment, that means I pull my shoulders back, I puff my chest up, I bring my chin down and tuck it back a little bit, and I lift up through the crown of my head. Another tool is breath, using the right breath for now. I'm sure you know that the pace that you would be using, the breath that you would be using at your easy warm-up pace is very different from the breath that you would be using at your tempo pace and at your full sprint. So figure out what's the right breath for now and how can the breath help anchor me in this very moment. Another set of tools are tools for focus. The first one is mantra. I know you already naturally do this. Mantra is repeating some kind of phrase, a number, a word, an entire song to yourself. That helps to focus your mind on what's happening now. And another tool is where your gaze is going. We call this Drishti in yoga. If you've ever ridden a bike, you may have been taught that you need to look through the corner. Look where you want your bike to go instead of looking at the broken glass or debris that's in the corner. You need to look on through it. Let's see how these four tools, mountain pose alignment, full and complete breaths that are appropriate for the moment, mantra, and Drishti, which you're looking at, could play out in movement. We'll use my parking lot yoga sequence as a tool. So we'll stand in mountain pose, shoulders over hips, over heels. Feel tall through the crown of your head. Feel some light engagement through your core. Let's seek to hold this alignment and just bend the left knee. Your arms can come up too, but try to hold everything in place. Maybe that means that you have the ball of your foot down on the floor, or maybe that means that you lift up. So losing mountain pose alignment could look like arching or rounding your back, or wobbling side to side. Good mountain pose alignment. Let's keep this even as we bend the left knee, step the right foot way back, and see if we can find mountain pose here. So we're not twisting to the left or opening to the right. Instead, everything is good and square. You can even feel it in crescent lunge as you come up. To avoid making this a huge back bend, which isn't a bad thing and could feel really good, you could add a little bend in your right knee and feel how your core is doing some light work. We could add a lean that's leaving mountain pose alignment from the hips and the waist, coming into a slight bend and then returning to it. Coming back to mountain pose is really good focus. Then we keep this mountain pose alignment through the core, shoulders stay over hips as we drop the right heel down and open to warrior two. Back to the square feeling. Back to the lean, but still everything's steady. Back to this crane balance, everything's steady. And the foot comes down. For argument's sake, let's also do it on the left. Think engagement through the core. Think everything's squared in the direction that you're facing. Keep it squared even as you lift your shoulders. Maybe put that bend in your left knee. Pull your belly in and tuck your low ribs. We could destabilize by adding a little bend to the right and restabilize, return to mountain pose by squaring back off. And we'll keep shoulders over hips even though we turn to the side for warrior two. Inhale, square. Exhale, still square. Inhale, square and tall. Exhale, reset. Good. Okay, let's talk about breath. Remember, we're always looking to use the right breath for now. And if you've gone through this sequence with me in my demo video of the parking lot yoga sequence, you have heard the inhales lift and the exhales lower cue. Let's give ourselves more awareness of breath by paying attention to each pose and staying in it for an extra breath. So if you enter the pose on an inhale, you'll have a full breath out and back in before you move on. And if you enter on an exhale, you'll take a full breath in and out before you move on. I'll come along with you, but please go on your own pace because I know you're using the right breath for now. Find that mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms, bend your right knee, stay here. If it could be down or up. Breath out and breath in. Exhale, transition to your arrow lunge. Stay here. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lean your shoulders back, crescent lunge. Stay here, breathe out. And breathe in. Use an exhale to take the little lean toward the left. Stay here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, return to square. Get to stay here, an extra breath out. And breath in. Now open right. Exhale to your warrior two. Hang out here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come back to your crescent. We'll stay for one more breath. That's a breath going out. And a breath coming in. Exhale, take your lean forward, shoulders over your left knee, arrow lunge. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, draw your way through and up, crane balance. Breathe out. And breathe in. Then exhale, set your foot down. Shake out any tension. Stay on the rhythm that makes sense for you. I'm going to cue in and out as I come along. Your left leg will move. In. Out. 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 Nice. I hope that went well. Did you notice that we just made our own mantra out of in and out? That's a great mantra. Your mantra doesn't need to be something that was handed to you by your guru. It could be something that has deep meaning to you, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to work to keep you anchored in the present moment. So that in-out is an example of how you could use a mantra as you go through the sequence. You could also be using a mantra left, right, or whatever comes to you while you're running. Let's use our other tool for focus one time, thinking about Drishti. Your Drishti is the point you're looking at. And for most of these shapes, we're looking straight forward, straight out ahead. In a few of them, the arrow lunge, we could be looking down or we can keep our gaze anchored. So see if you can anchor on something in the screen, if you're looking at the screen, or something in your space, if you don't need to look at the screen to see this sequence. And let's try to keep our eyes focused on that point throughout. That means when you're in the arrow lunge, you're kind of looking up through your eyelashes. Come with me. Inhale, keep your focus forward, bend your right knee. Exhale, reach your right toes back. Look up. Good. Inhale, keep your eyes on, lift up. Exhale, take a lean to your left. Inhale, eyes are locked in place. Exhale, focus over your left hand. Inhale, pull forward to your item. Exhale, lean forward. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, pull forward. And exhale, step down. Let's do it on the second side. I'll get the breath cues right this time. Left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, look up through your lashes. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, lean right. Inhale, up. Keep your gaze fixed forward. Exhale, keep looking forward with purpose. Inhale, spin toward your item that you're gazing at. Exhale, lean toward it, look up at it. Inhale, pull forward to it. And exhale, step your foot down. How did that go? If you don't believe that it's really important what you're looking at when you move, I challenge you after this video ends to go through this sequence with your eyes closed. You will very quickly discover what a critical role your drishti, your gazing point, plays in helping you be aware of where your body is in space. That can be a fun activity. I'd love to hear how that goes, and I'd love to hear how any of these tricks help you practice yoga during your run.